Breathing is the most direct path to the nervous system. How we breathe directly affects how we feel, and vice versa. So using breathing techniques can help us downregulate the nervous system, help us stimulate the vagus nerve, which is necessary for nervous system downregulation. One of the techniques I use with my classes and my clients is Ujjayi. And you hear it a lot in mainstream yoga classes. You hear people making that Darth Vader sound. And sometimes it's quite aggressive. It can be used to lengthen the breath, to link one movement to the next, and I do use it for that, but we use it softly and gently. If you use Ujjayi aggressively, you're having the opposite effect on the nervous system that you might be looking for. If it's aggressive, the nervous system's going to be like, ah, and that's not what we want when we're looking for downregulation. We want, ah. So what Ujjayi is a constriction at the back of the nose and the throat. So if you were to fog up a mirror, let's do that. And you feel that constriction in your throat that makes that fogging up of the mirror sound. That's the same thing we want to do with the nose. So the mouth will be closed. We inhale and exhale through the nose, making that slight constriction. What it would sound like to you is a very soft, whispery sound in your own ears. And the way I teach it is your neighbors should be barely able to hear you. So let's try it on. It's a little difficult to get the vocalization through a video, but we'll see what we can do here. So in and out through the nose, and if you need to practice that mirror fogging a few times to really feel that sensation, go ahead. It's a great way to learn what that constriction feels like. I'm going to pick up my microphone and see if you can hear me at all. So I don't know if you could hear that. I'll find out when I listen back to the video. But I did that pretty aggressively just so you could hear me. But when we do it in our own practice, we want it to be whispery and soft. Our neighbors, if we were in a group class, would barely even know that we were doing it. Now the purpose of this breath is it lengthens the breath. It can be very useful to combine breath and movement, like an inhale up overhead, and exhale back down. So try that a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. You might begin to notice that the exhale takes a little bit longer than the inhale. And we love that because a longer exhalation initiates the relaxation response. So I use this breath with my clients, and I use it in conjunction with other breathing techniques. I call these mix and match techniques because we can practice our diaphragmatic breathing. And we can use the Ujjayi breath as a little add-on. We can use other techniques too. Another reason I really like this breath is because for people whose mind is very busy, it's very common for us when we stop moving the body that the mind becomes very active. And sometimes we need techniques to keep ourselves grounded. And this is one of those techniques. So when I'm having someone practice some of their breathing techniques, some of their slow, gentle movement, I invite them to use Ujjayi to also give this brain, these brains that want to think and keep us so busy, it gives it something to do. And that helps us drop into that down regulation that we're looking for. So you can use this with diaphragmatic breathing. Another technique I teach is counting breath, so you might look up that video. It's a great technique as long as you're doing it soft and quiet, whispery in your own ears. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.